Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Anuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel. Like, share and comment on my videos, and today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for a handbag. Here it is, nice little pouch. It opens up like this. Here it is, and it closes up here like this. And here it is. Your back pouch is like this. And for this bag I've used my 100% cotton yarn, and for this one I've used my this 4.5 mm of the hook. Here it is. Now the size of this bag is about 18 centimeters or 7 inches tall, and here it is. The base of this bag is about 14 centimeters or 5.5 inches approximately wide. Here it is. It is like this, and you can always expand this back strap. So here it is. I've got this back strap, but you can always expand your back strap if you want to have a crossbody bag. And here it is. It looks like this. And for this bag I've used around 120 grams of my this 100% cotton yarn. So here it is. Let's begin. So here it is. We will start with a magic circle. So just have your yarn and have a magic circle here. And now just grab your yarn, and I'm gonna have a chain one here. Now this chain one is not a stitch. I'm not going to count this chain one as a stitch. I've made this chain one only to secure my this magic circle. Now here we will have 6 single crochets into this first round into this magic circle. So for that, insert your hook into this magic circle here and grab a yarn. You're going to have 2 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull a yarn through 2 loops, and this is your first single crochet. We're going to need 6 single crochets here. So this is your first single crochet. Go again into this magic circle, insert your hook, grab a yarn, and have the second single crochet, and keep on having your single crochets. That's going to be our third single crochet, 4, 5 and 6. Here it is. We're going to need 6 single crochets here for round number 1. And now have your this loose end and pull your this end. Here it is. Just tighten up your circle, and here it is. Your round number 1 will look like this. Now here I will go to this first stitch. So insert your hook into this first stitch here and grab a yarn. Now here we will work in a spiral way. So remember, I'm not gonna have a slip stitch here. I will not close my this round number 1 with a slip stitch, but instead of having a slip stitch, I will directly start my round number 2 because we're working in a spiral way now. So here it is. I'm going to have 2 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and that's going to be your first single crochet of your round number 2. Now here, to remember our first stitch, always have a stitch marker. So here it is. Just have your stitch marker. Now always keep a stitch marker on your this first stitch of your every round. So here it is. This is this first stitch of my round number 2. Now I will go again into that same stitch into my this first stitch and insert my hook, and will grab the yarn, and we'll have a second single crochet. Again I will go to this next stitch. Here it is, and here again we're going to have 2 stitches into this one stitch. So here it is. Insert your hook, grab yarn, and have 1 single crochet. Again go to that same stitch, insert your hook, grab yarn, and have this second single crochet. Now keep on having 2 single crochets into each stitch, and by the end of this round, round number 2, we will have 12 single crochets here, and I'm going to meet you at the end. 2 single crochets into each stitch from our previous round. Here it is, and here it is. I got my this 12 single crochets here for my round number 2. Now for my round number 3, I will go to this first stitch. So here it is. Just take out your stitch marker, insert your hook into this first stitch. This is your first stitch. Insert your hook into this first stitch of your round number 2, and grab a yarn and have your 1 single crochet of your round number 3. Now this is the first stitch of your round number 3, so always have a stitch marker. So just keep on having your stitch marker here on your this every first stitch of every round, and here it is. Now we will go to this next stitch, and here we will have 2 single crochets into this one stitch. So here it is. Have your 1 single crochet on your first stitch, go to the second stitch and have 2 single crochets into this one stitch. So here it is, it's 1 and 2. Again, we will go to this next stitch and we will have 1 single crochet into this 1 stitch, and we will go to this next stitch, and here we will have 2 single crochets into over this 1 stitch. So here it is, it's 1 and 2. Now keep on repeating this pattern. So keep on having 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets all the way around, and by the end of this round, round number 3, we will have 18 single crochets here. Here it is, it looks like this. So keep on having your stitches, and I'm going to meet you at the end with my 18 single crochets of my this round, round number 3. And here it is, at the end of my this round, round number 3, I got my this 18 single crochets here. And now for our round number 4, I'm just going to take out my this stitch marker, and I will go to this first stitch. Now here, insert your hook, grab a yarn, and have 1 single crochet here. Now have your stitch marker back on, because this is the first stitch of our round number 4. Now I will go to this next stitch, and here I will have 2 single crochets into over this 1 stitch. So here it is, have 1 single crochet into this first stitch, go to the second stitch and have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So here it is, it's 1 and 2. And now I will go to this next stitch. This is my third stitch. I will go to this next stitch, and here I will have 1 single crochets here. So here it is, you got this 4 stitches, and we will repeat our this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 4. So again, go to this next stitch, have your 1 single crochet here, go to this next stitch, have 2 single crochets here, 1 and 2, and go to this next stitch, and here you're going to have only 1 single crochet. So you're going to have 4 stitches here. So first 4 stitches, 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochets into 1 stitch, and then 1 single crochet only. Again, 1 single crochet into 1 stitch, 2 single crochets into 1 stitch, and 1 single crochet into 1 stitch. And here it is. Keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and by the end you're going to have your 24 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is, I got my this 24 single crochets, and it looks like this. And now for round number 5, I will take out my this stitch marker. I'll go to this first stitch, have your first single crochet here of your round number 5, and have your this stitch marker back on, because this is your first stitch of your round number 5. And now here, first 3 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, we got over this first stitch, we will go to this next stitch, and we will have over this second single crochet. We will go to this third stitch, and we will have 1 single crochet. That's going to be our third single crochet of your round number 5. And now into over this fourth stitch, we will have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So here it is, it's 1 and 2. Again, next 3 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, it's 1, 2 and 3. And into this fourth stitch, have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. Now keep on repeating this pattern, and by the end you're going to have your 30 single crochets of your this round, round number 5. First 3 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch, and into this fourth stitch, have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. And I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is. At the end of my this round, round number 5, I got my this 30 single crochets. And now for my round number 6, I will take out my this stitch marker, and I will go to this first stitch, insert your hook into this first stitch, grab a yarn, and have your 1 single crochet. That's going to be your first single crochet of your round number 6. Now here for our round number 6, first 2 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, we got over this 1 single crochet. We will go to this next stitch, and we will have 1 single crochet here. Now into this third stitch, we will have 2 single crochets into over this 1 stitch. So here it is, it's 1 and 2. Now again, next 2 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, it's 1 and 2. And here it is, we got over this 6 stitches here, and we will repeat our this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 6. So again, first 2 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So it's 1 and 2. Now into this third stitch, have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch, 1 and 2. And again, next 2 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch, 1 and 2. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and by the end of this round, round number 6, we're going to have 36 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. At the end of my this round, round number 6, I got my this 36 single crochets. Now for your round number 7, take out your the stitch marker here, insert your hook into this first stitch and have 1 single crochet here, and have your stitch marker back on. This is your first stitch of your round number 7. Now here, first 5 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is. Have 1 single crochet here, go to this next one and have 1 single crochet, go to this next one and have 1 single crochet, go to this next one and have 1 single crochet, and go to this next one and have 1 single crochet. Here it is. First 5 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch, and into the 6th stitch we're gonna have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So here it is. It's 1 and 2. Here it is. And now we will repeat our this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 7. So again, next 5 stitches we're gonna have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and into the 6th stitch have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. It's 1 and 2. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and by the end of this round, round number 7, we're gonna have 42 stitches. All the way around we're gonna have 42 single crochets, and I'm gonna meet you at the end here. And here it is. At the end of my this round, round number 7, I got my this 42 stitches, 42 single crochets. And now for my round number 8, I will take out my this stitch marker and I will insert my hook into my this first stitch, and will grab the yarn and we'll have 1 single crochet here. Have your the stitch marker back on. This is your first stitch of your round number 8. And now here, first 3 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is. We got over this 1 single crochet, go to this next one and have 1 single crochet, and go to this next one and have 1 single crochet. Here it is. First 3 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch. And now for over this 4th stitch, we will have 2 single crochets into over this 1 stitch. So here it is. It's 1 and 2. Now again, next 3 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is. It's 1, 2 and 3. And here it is. And now we will repeat our this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 8, and by the end we're going to have our 48 single crochets. So again, first 3 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. It's 1, 2 and 3, and into this 4th stitch have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. It's 1 and 2, and again next 3 stitches have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is. It's 1, 2 and 3. Here it is. Keep on repeating this pattern, and I'm going to meet you at the end of this round, round number 8, here with my 48 single crochets. And here it is. At the end of my this round, round number 8, got my this 48 single crochets. And now for your round number 9, take out your the stitch marker, insert your hook into this first stitch and have your 1 single crochet here. That's going to be your first single crochet of your round number 9. Have your the stitch marker back on, and now here first 7 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is. We got over this 1 single crochet, go to this next one and have 1 single crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 here. And now into this 8th stitch, we will have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch. So here it is. It's 1 and 2. And now we will repeat our this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 9, and by the end we will have 54 single crochets. So again, first 7 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and into this 8th stitch have 2 single crochets into this 1 stitch, 1 and 2. Keep on repeating this pattern, and I'm going to meet you at the end of this round, round number 9, with my 54 single crochets here. And here it is. At the end of my this round, round number 9, I got my this 54 single crochets, and it looks like this. And now we will go to this first stitch of round number 9, take out your stitch marker, insert your hook into this first stitch, grab a yarn and have your 1 single crochet here, and that's going to be your first single crochet of your round number 10. Now here, first 4 stitches, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, we got over this first stitch, we will go to this next stitch and we will have 1 single crochet. So this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now here into this 5th stitch, have 2 single crochets into this one stitch. It's 1 and 2, and now again next 4 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, it's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here it is, it looks like this, and we will repeat our this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 10, and by the end we're going to have our 60 single crochets on this round, round number 10. So again, for that, first 4 stitches we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, it's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Into this 5th stitch, have 2 single crochets into this one stitch. It's 1 and 2, and again next 4 stitches have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and I'm going to meet you at the end of this round, round number 10, with my 60 single crochets. And here it is. At the end of my this round, round number 10, I got my this 60 single crochets. Now for your round number 11, I'm just going to take out my this stitch marker. Here it is, and go to this first stitch and insert your hook and have your 1 single crochet here. Now this is your first single crochet of your round number 11. Now here for our round number 11, keep on having 1 single crochet into each stitch. So by the end of this round, round number 11, we will again have 60 single crochets, 1 single crochet into each stitch. So here it is, we got over this first stitch, go to this next one, have 1 single crochet, go to this next one and have 1 single crochet. Keep on having 1 single crochet into each stitch, and I'm going to meet you at the end of this round, round number 11, with my 60 single crochets. Here it is. And here it is. At the end of my this round, round number 11, I got my this 60 single crochets, and my work looks like this. And our base for our bag is ready. It's done. And now we will start building our pattern. So for that, for our back pattern, we will start with our round number 1. So here it is, just take out your this stitch marker. You're not going to need the stitch marker anymore, so just take your the stitch marker out, and now go to this first stitch, insert your hook into this first stitch and grab yarn, and here we're going to have a slip stitch. So for that, just have your slip stitch, pull your yarn through all of your loops. So have your slip stitch on your this first stitch, have a chain 1 here, and now turn your work, and here it is, this is your first stitch. We will again work on our this first stitch where we have our this slip stitch. We will again work on the same stitch, and now here we will have a back loop single crochet. So for that, go to this same stitch. This is my same stitch, my first stitch. Insert your hook into this back loop. So take the back loop only here, insert your hook into the back loop here like this, and grab your yarn. You're gonna have 2 loops here, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and this is your first single crochet of your round number 1. Remember, we are working on our this back pattern now. Our base is ready, and we will work on our this back pattern. And for that, this is our round number 1, and this is our first single crochet of our round number 1. Again, we will go to this next stitch. We will insert our hook into our this back loop of our this next stitch. Here it is. Grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet. Again, go to this next stitch, insert your hook into this back loop of your this next stitch. Here it is. Grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet. And now keep on having 1 single crochet back loop only on each stitch from your previous round for this round, round number 1. And by the end of this round, round number 1, we will have 60 single crochets. And remember, all of our stitches will be back loop only single crochets. So keep on having 1 single crochet back loop only on each stitch from your previous round, and I'm going to meet you at the end of this round, round number 1, with my 60 single crochets, all back loop only, and it looks like this here. And here it is. I got my this 59 stitches, and I'm going to have my this last stitch, my 60th stitch of my this round, round number 1. And here it is. This 2 is your slip stitch and a chain 1. So we will not count this 2 as our stitches. We will go to this first stitch. This is our first stitch. We will go to this first stitch, insert your hook into this first stitch, grab a yarn and have a slip stitch here. And that's how we will finish our this round, round number 1. And it looks like this. So here it is. Now for round number 2, we will chain up 2, 1 and 2. Here it is. Now yarn over and insert your hook again into this first stitch where you have this chain 2, slip stitch and a chain 2. So just insert your hook into this first stitch again. Here it is, and grab a yarn. You're gonna have 3 loops on your hook. Again, yarn over and go to this next stitch, your second stitch, insert your hook and grab a yarn. Here it is. You're gonna have 5 loops on your hook. Again, yarn over for the third time and go to this next stitch, your third stitch, and insert your hook and grab a yarn. And here it is. You're gonna have 7 loops on your hook. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yarn over and spool your yarn through all 7 loops. Here it is, and have a chain 1. Here. Again, we will yarn over and we will go to this last worked stitch. So here it is. Go to this last worked stitch, insert your hook. This is your third stitch. Insert your hook into this last worked stitch. Grab a yarn. You're gonna have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go to this next stitch, insert your hook, grab a yarn, yarn over, and go to this next stitch, insert your hook and grab a yarn. Here it is, and you're gonna have 7 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and spool your yarn through all 7 loops. Here it is, and chain 1. Here. Again, yarn over and go to this last worked stitch, this one. Insert your hook into this last work stitch and grab a yarn over, go to this next stitch, insert your hook and grab a yarn over and go to this next stitch, insert your hook and grab a yarn. You're gonna have 7 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and spool your yarn through all 7 loops and chain 1. And here it is. Your work will look like this. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way around until here, and I'm gonna meet you here again. Yarn over, go to this last work stitch, here it is, insert your hook and grab a yarn over, go to this next stitch, insert your hook and grab a yarn over and go to this next stitch, insert your hook and grab a and you're gonna have 7 loops on your hook. Yarn over and spool your yarn through all 7 loops and chain 1. Here it is. Keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and I'm gonna meet you here. And here it is. I'm right here. Now, if you will count from here, not on this chain 2, if you will count from here this first stitch, if you will count here this first stitch and chain 1, second stitch and chain 1, if you will count all of these stitches, I'm here on my this 58 stitch. So here I got my this 58 stitches, and now for my 59th stitch, I will again yarn over and I will go to this last work stitch here and will insert my hook into my this last work stitch and will grab the yarn over. I will go to this last stitch and will insert my hook and will grab the yarn over for the third time. And now here I will go to this first stitch. So go to this first stitch where you have your this slip stitch and chain 2. Go to this first stitch, insert your hook into this first stitch here and grab a yarn. And here it is. So you're going to have 7 loops on your hook. Now here, yarn over and spool your yarn through all 7 loops, and this is your stitch number 59. Now for your stitch number 60, your last stitch, I will not have a chain 1 like this. We will not have a chain 1. We will go to this first stitch here. So skip here this chain 2. We will not work on this stitch, chain 2. We will go to this first stitch. Go to this first stitch, insert your hook into this first stitch here and grab a yarn and have 1 slip stitch here. So just pull your yarn through all of your loops and have a slip stitch, a direct slip stitch here. And this slip stitch will count as your stitch number 60. And this is how we will finish our this round, round number 2. And here it is. It looks like this. So if you will count, you're going to have 60 stitches on your this round, round number 2. Now for your round number 3, we will chain 2, 1 and 2, and now yarn over and we will go to this space here. So in between these 2 stitches, we will go to this stitch here, insert your hook into this stitch here. Remember, you have your this chain 2 here on your this first stitch, insert your hook into this space and grab your yarn. You're gonna have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and we will go on top of our this first stitch. Insert your hook into the stitch and grab your yarn. Now yarn over and go to this space in between these 2 stitches. Here, insert your hook and grab your yarn. You're going to have 7 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and spool your yarn through all 7 loops. This is your stitch number 1, chain 1. Here it is. It looks like this. Again, yarn over, go to this last worked space here, insert your hook and grab your yarn over, go on top of this stitch and insert your hook on top of the stitch and grab your yarn over and go to this space here, insert your hook and grab your yarn. You're gonna have 7 loops on your hook, yarn over and spool your yarn through all 7 loops. Again, chain 1, yarn over, go to this last worked space here, insert your hook, grab your yarn over, go to this stitch here, on top of the stitch, insert your hook and grab your yarn over and go in between these 2 stitches, go to the space, insert your hook and grab your yarn. You're going to have 7 loops on your hook, yarn over and spool your yarn through all 7 loops, chain 1. And here it is. Your stitch will look like this. Here. Now, keep on repeating this pattern all the way around and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. I got my this 58 stitches here on my this round number 3. And now for my 59th stitch, I will yarn over and I will go to this last worked space and will grab the yarn over and I will go on top of the stitch. Here it is. And will grab the yarn over and I will go to this first worked stitch. Here it is. And will insert my hook here and will grab the yarn. I'm going to have 7 loops on my hook, yarn over and spool your yarn through all 7 loops. And now for our last stitch, stitch number 60, we will not have a chain 1, but we will go to this first stitch here, insert your hook into this first stitch, skip this chain 2, go to this first stitch and grab a yarn and have 1 slip stitch. And here it is. This is how we will finish our this round number 3 here. Now keep on repeating your round number 3 until your round number 13. 1, 3. And here it is. After my round number 13, my work looks like this. And now for my round number 14, I'm here. I've just made my this slip stitch here. Now here I will have a chain 1 and I will again insert my hook into my this first stitch, into the same stitch. Here it is. Insert your hook into the same stitch, grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet here. Just like this. And now for our second single crochet, I will attach my this D-ring here. So for that, I will just insert my hook into my this D-ring here and I will insert my hook into my this second stitch. So this is my second stitch. Insert your hook into your second stitch, grab a yarn, pull your yarn through all of your loops. There's 2 loops and your D-ring. Have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Here it is. Again, I will insert my hook into my this D-ring and into my this next stitch and we'll grab the yarn and we'll have a single crochet. Here it is. We are attaching this D-ring here. So for that, we got 2 single crochets here. Again, go to this next stitch, insert your hook and grab a yarn and have your this 4th single crochet here. Here it is. And we will have our 1 more single crochet here. Here it is and have a D-ring here. Here it looks like this. So here it is. We have attached our D-ring into our this work here and we got 5 single crochets here. Now have another 25 single crochets. So here it is. We got our 5 single crochets here and now we will have another 25 single crochets. In total, we're going to have 30 single crochets. So here it is. 1 single crochet into each stitch. So we got our first single crochet here. This is our second single crochet. That's our third single crochet, 4 and 5. Now here it is. We have already worked on this stitch. This one is already taken. We have already worked on this stitch. We got our this 5th single crochet here. We will go to this 6th stitch, this one. And I will insert my hook and will grab the yarn and we'll have 1 single crochet. And now keep on having 1 single crochet into each stitch and we will need 30 single crochets here. So first 30 stitches, have 1 single crochet into each stitch and I'm going to meet you after my 30 stitches. Here it is. And here it is. I got my this 30 stitches here, and now I will go to this next stitch and I'm gonna have my 31st single crochet here. So I have one single crochet here, and now we will attach our d-ring here, our second d-ring here. So again, have here this d-ring, and again we will have another 4 stitches here. So just insert your hook into this d-ring and go to this next one. That's gonna be your 32nd stitch. Again, have another stitch. That's gonna be our 33 stitches, 33rd single crochet. Again, go to this next stitch, insert your hook, grab a yarn, and have your 34th stitch, and we will have one more stitch here. That's gonna be our 35th single crochet. Here it is. And now remaining 25 stitches, we will have one single crochet into each stitch. So just this one is taken, so I will go to this next one and keep on having one single crochet into each stitch. Remember, in total you're gonna have your 60 stitches, and you got here this 2 d-rings here. Here it is. This one and one. You got here this 2 d-rings here, and now keep on having one single crochet into each stitch, and I'm gonna meet you at the end. And remember, I'm gonna have my 60 single crochets, 60. And here it is. I got my this 60 single crochets of my this round number 14, and here it is. This is my slip stitch, so I will not count this as a stitch. I will just insert my hook into my this first stitch. Here it is, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll have a slip stitch here, and my work looks like this. And now for your round number 15, we will chain up 3. So here it is. It's 1, 2, and 3. Now here, this chain 2 will count as your first half double crochet, and then chain 1. And now we will skip over this next stitch. So skip over this next stitch, go to the stitch after that, yarn over, insert your hook into this next stitch, grab your yarn over, and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. So I have one half double crochet here and chain 1. Again, we will yarn over, we will skip over this next stitch, we will go to the stitch after that, insert your hook, grab a yarn over, and pull your yarn through all 3 loops and chain 1. So here it is. We will have one half double crochet and chain 1, one half double crochet and chain 1. Again, we will skip over this next stitch, we will go to the stitch after that, yarn over, insert your hook, grab a yarn over, and pull your yarn through all 3 loops and chain 1. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way around for this round number 15, and by the end we will have 60 stitches. We will have 30 half double crochets and 30 chain 1. In total we are going to have our 60 stitches, and I'm going to meet you at the end of this round number 15. Here it is. It looks like this. And here it is. At the end of my this round number 15, and I got my this last half double crochet. I'm going to have a chain 1 here, and I will skip my this last stitch, and I'm here. So here I'm going to insert my hook into my this second chain. Remember, not into the third chain, into the second chain, and grab your yarn and have one slip stitch here, and that's how we will finish over this round number 15. And here it is. It looks like this. Now for your round number 16, chain 1, and now we will have 5 double crochets into over this chain 1 space. So for that, yarn over and directly go to this chain 1 space, insert your hook into this chain 1 space, grab your yarn. You're gonna have 3 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Again, yarn over, insert your hook into this chain 1 space, grab your yarn, and have your the second double crochet. Again, have your this third double crochet, fourth double crochet, and fifth double crochet. Here it is. You're gonna have 5 double crochets into this chain 1 space, and now we will skip over this next half double crochet and we will go to this chain 1 space, and here we will have one slip stitch. So here it is. Have one slip stitch into this next chain 1 space. Again, we will skip over this next half double crochet and we will go to this one chain 1 space, and here we will have 5 double crochets. So for that, here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, we will skip over this next half double crochet and we will go to this chain 1 space, and we will have one slip stitch. Now keep on repeating this pattern. So here again, have 5 double crochets into this next chain 1 space, skip this half double crochet and go to this next chain 1 space and have one slip stitch. Keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. I got my this last 5 double crochets, and now I will go to this next chain 1 space and we'll have one slip stitch here. And now I will go to this first double crochet and we'll grab the yarn and we'll have another slip stitch here just to finish up our this round number 16. And here it is. It looks like this. And now we will cut our yarn. Yes. Cut your yarn, secure your this last stitch and hide your this ends in, and I'm gonna meet you after that. It looks like this. And now for the drawstring, have your yarn and have a slip knot here, and now we will chain up 81. So here it is. It's 1 2 3 4 5 79 and 80 and 81. So here it is. I got my this 81 chains, and now I will turn my work and I will skip my this first chain. So skip your this first chain, go to the second chain, and here I will insert my hook into my this second chain, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll have one single crochet. Now keep on having one single crochet into each chain, and by the end you're gonna have your 80 single crochets, 80, and I'm gonna meet you after my 80 single crochets, one single crochet into each chain. Here it is. Here it is. I got my this 80 single crochets here, and now I will cut my yarn. So just cut your yarn and secure this last stitch, and now here hide your this 2 ends in, and I'm gonna meet you after that. Here it is. And now we'll insert our this drawstring into our this bag. So for that, just go in the middle. So you have this D-rings, so just go in the middle somewhere here, or you can count your this 7 loops here. So here it is. This is your D-ring. It's 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. This is my D-ring. It's 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Here it is. So I will go somewhere in here and I will just insert my this drawstring into my bag here. Now keep on attaching your this drawstring. Here it is, and one loop in and one loop out. We'll go all the way around. Here it is. Just like this. Go all the way around, and I'm going to meet you after that. Here it is. It is all done, and now just stretch your this drawstring a little bit here, and we will make a knot here so that we will secure our this drawstring. So just have a knot here, have both the ends together, and simply make our knot here. Tighten up your knot a little bit, and here it is. Your bag is nicely secured. Here it is. Now you can easily open up your bag like this. You can close it and you can open it here like this. So here it is. For the back strap, I'm just gonna have my this hook and this handle, and I will attach my yarn with my handle. Here it is. Just grab your yarn like this and have a chain 1. This is a chain 1, and now I'm gonna have 3 single crochets here. So for that, just insert your hook into this hook and grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and 3 single crochet. Here it is. Have 3 single crochets. Now I'm going to have a chain 1 here, and I will turn my work. Now here I will have back loop single crochets for my this round number 2. So for that, insert your hook into this first stitch into the back loop only. Here it is, and grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet. Again, go to this next stitch, insert your hook into the back loop of your this next stitch, grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet. And again, into this third stitch, insert your hook into the back loop of your this third stitch, grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet. Here it is, and it looks like this. Now for your round number 3, we are not going to have any chain 1. Now onwards we will not have any chain 1. We will directly turn our work, and I will insert my hook into the back loop of my this second stitch. Remember, not into the first stitch but into the second stitch. Insert your hook into the back loop of your the second stitch here, And this is the front loop of my row number 1, stitch number 2. Here it is. And I will insert my hook into my this second stitch of my row number 1 here, and it looks like this. Now I will yarn over and will grab the yarn through 2 loops. So here it is, just grab a yarn through 2 loops. Here you're gonna have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. This is your first stitch of your row number 3. Again, I will go to this next stitch and I will take the back loop only. So this is the back loop of my this next stitch, my third stitch. I will insert my hook into the back loop of my this third stitch, and I will go down to this stitch here, and this is the front loop of my row number 1, stitch number 1, and I will insert my this hook into my this 1 loop here like this, and my work looks like this. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops only, and you're gonna have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. And now for my third stitch, I will go on this side. So if you will go at this side, you will find your this 1 strain of yarn here. So I'm going to insert my hook into my this 1 strain of yarn. So just insert your hook into this 1 strain of yarn here. And yarn over and grab your yarn. Here it is. You're going to have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops here. Now for your row number 4, again we will not have any chain 1. Remember, we are not going to have chain 1 anymore. Whenever you are turning your work for next row, do not have any chain 1. Just leave it like this. Turn your work directly, and we will repeat our pattern. So again, I will skip my this first stitch. I will not work on my this first stitch. I will go to the second stitch, and I will take the back loop of my the second stitch, and I will go down to the second stitch, and I will find this 1 strain of yarn here, and I will insert my hook into my this 1 strain of yarn. This is the row number 2, the front loop of my row number 2. So I'm going to take this strain of yarn as well. So here it is. Skip your this first stitch, go to this next stitch, insert your hook into the back loop of your this next stitch, and into the front loop of your this row number 2. Here it is, like this. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops only. You're going to have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Again, we will repeat our pattern. So go to this third stitch here, insert your hook into the back loop of your this third stitch. Here it is. And now I will go down and I will take this strain of yarn. So insert your hook into this strain of yarn here. Now yarn over and grab yarn through 2 loops only. Here it is. And you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. And now for your third stitch, we will go at the side. And now onwards, you will find this 2 strain of yarn. Remember, for your row number 3, you find only 1 strain of yarn. But now onwards, you will find 2 strain of yarn at the end here, at the end of every row. So here it is. Insert your hook into this 2 strain of yarn. Take both of this yarn here. Here it is. And yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops only. You're going to have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Here it is. And now we will repeat our row number 4 until our required length. So again, we will not have any chain 1. Just turn your work, take this second stitch, insert your hook into the back loop of the second stitch, go down to the second stitch, and you will find the front loop of your row number 3 here. Insert your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops only. You're going to have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Again, go to this third stitch. This is your third stitch, this one. Insert your hook into the back loop of your this third stitch and into the front loop of your this row number 3. Insert your hook, and here it is. You find your 3 loops here. You're going to have 3 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops only. Here, you're going to have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. And again, for your third stitch, we will go at the side, and here it is. You're going to find your this 2 strain of yarn. So just insert your hook into this 2 strain of yarn here, and yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops only, and you're going to find 2 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Here it is. Now keep on repeating your row number 4 until your required length, and I'm going to meet you after that. And here it is. My back strap is almost done. Now if you want to have a crossbody bag, you can always expand your this back strap. You can have a bigger one. For me, this size is gonna be all right, so I'm just gonna stop here. So here it is. I'm just gonna attach my the second hook here as well. So this is my last stitch. So for this one, I'm gonna have a chain one and will turn my work here, and I will have my this hook here, and so I will insert my hook into my this back hook here, and I will go to this first stitch. Remember, I have a chain one and I'm going to insert my hook into the first stitch, and will grab the yarn through all of the loops including my back hook, and I'm going to have 2 loops here and we'll have single crochet here. Again, insert your hook into this back hook here like this, and insert your hook into this second stitch. Grab your yarn through all of your loops, have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and for one more time insert your hook and insert your hook into this last stitch here, into this third stitch, and grab your yarn and have your third single crochet. And here it is. This is how we will attach our this back strap. And now we will cut our yarn. So just cut your yarn and secure your this last stitch. Now I'm going to hide my this 2 ends in both of this, and I will meet you after that. And here it is. Our back strap is ready, and simply attach your this back strap with your this D-rings. Make sure your back strap is straight, it's not twisted. And here it is. Your bag is ready. Here it looks like this. You can simply close your bag, and here it is. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you to the next video. Till then, bye.